Welcome to the Program Leader Training for TCU faculty and staff taking students abroad. We are excited that you are taking time to enrich students' learning through global experiences, and we thank you for all of the work and care you put into running a program. Whether you have taken students abroad before or this is your first time, we want to ensure that you have the most up-to-date information on best practices and TCU's expectations. This training will focus on providing you essential health, safety, and compliance policy and practices to support you as a program leader and your duty of care to students. We will provide you with instructions and resources for preparing to travel and addressing issues while abroad. Much more extensive information on program structure, design, and finances is found in the International Program Policy. Let me first start with the resources available to help you. TCU Global is the TCU office charged with the oversight of TCU travel abroad. OnCall International is TCU's global assistance company providing accident, illness, and travel insurance. The Country Report is an informational report generated by OnCall International, which covers health and safety info, as well as travel tips for your location. Now, please take a minute to download our contact information and protocols to your phone. Scan this QR code or go to this website, enter the information requested, and download the contact card. Save it in your contacts. You can quickly find it by searching Leader. After you download it, you'll find our emergency phone numbers. Please call us first for anything related to health, safety, or student well-being, whether it is an emergency or a critical situation, or just if you have a question or concern. If you do not immediately reach us, read through the notes on this card for your next steps. There are protocols for a significant mass event, a missing student, and an ill or injured student. Please reach out to your academic dean for any issues related to academics. OnCall International is TCU's global assistance company. They can help find a medical facility or specialist, refill a lost prescription, and assist with other health and travel needs. You can also call them prior to travel for advice. They are not emergency responders, but rather an extensive team of specialists. You can contact OnCall on behalf of a student, and students can contact them directly. Please be aware that many of their services, like making medical appointments, take some time to arrange. So if a student is ill, they should visit the medical facility first, pay any charges, and then file for reimbursement. With some lead time, OnCall can assist in making appointments and may be able to arrange a guarantee of payment. If a student is taken to the hospital, they or someone on their behalf should call OnCall as soon as possible to get paperwork started. Once OnCall is looped in, they can help facilitate many processes, such as receiving regular medical updates to share with TCU and the family, ensuring students are receiving all the necessary care, and even arranging to fly a parent over if hospital time is anticipated to be more than 5 days. For all medical issues, please loop in OnCall. They also provide a number of other travel services, such as making arrangements to replace a passport, replace lost medication, providing reimbursement for lost luggage, and providing translating services. You are welcome to call them anytime for anything to see how they might help. TCU Police and Clery Reporting. Due to your role and responsibilities as a program leader, you are a designated Campus Security Authority, or CSA, and you must complete CSA training. If you have not already been provided instructions on how to do this, please contact us right away. As a CSA, you must report incidents or allegations of crimes that fall under the Clery Act because your location abroad is considered an extension of the TCU campus. The CSA training will help you learn how to identify, respond to, and report criminal incidents to the TCU Police Department. If such an incident arises, first ensure students are provided medical attention, including mental health support. Then contact the Center for International Studies for advice on next steps. Your role as a TCU program leader is a 24-hour responsibility, and we have implemented health and safety structures for you to be responsive to students. This includes staying in the same accommodation facilities as students, staying in the host city during the duration of the program, attending all program activities, having daily contact with the students, carrying a cell phone with a data plan that allows calls and texts even outside of Wi-Fi settings, and remaining with a student who is seriously ill or injured. The goal is to be accessible to students, to help them through situations that may arise, and to serve as TCU on the ground. These situations tend to center around a few major issues. Alcohol. Students may drink alcohol if they are of local drinking age, but they are expected to be responsible. Please contact CIS for any situations of alcohol misuse. You must use behavioral metrics to identify alcohol misuse. For example, disorderly conduct or missing class events. Program leaders cannot drink alcohol with students. Occasional special events with a small amount of alcohol served may be approved. The alcohol request form is available from CIS. Acclimating to housing and local life. Some students may find different aspects of life abroad challenging. One way this presents itself is in complaints about housing or the other adjustments they need to make. This is particularly true during the first 24 to 48 hours after arrival, which, combined with jet lag, can cause anxiety and worry. Be prepared to advise students about the adjustments they need to make. TCU's policy is that students must stay in the program-provided housing. Accidents. Students may injure themselves and others if they are not aware of traffic and pedestrian rules, if they drink excessively, do not heed warning signs, or make risky choices. Illness. Students may become ill because of exposure to new elements, because of stress and exhaustion, or because of their own health conditions. All health issues should be addressed, and students should be aware of the resources to help them. For serious medical issues, one program leader should immediately assist the student in seeking care and stay with them at the medical facility. As already mentioned, contact On-Call for support in finding medical facilities, specialists, filling prescriptions, translating, and generally guiding you and the students through medical systems. We do not require students to disclose medical conditions, although we encourage them to. We also suggest they create a medical ID app on their phone where emergency medical information can be found from the locked screen. For more instructions on how to do this, see our website, studyabroad.tcu.edu, Study Abroad A to Z, Preparing to Depart, Where Should I Keep Important Health Information? Crime victimization. As already mentioned, first attend to the student's emotional, medical, and safety needs. Contact CIS and On-Call for assistance. Please be aware that involving local authorities for matters of assault and rape may actually complicate situations for students. Please seek out advice from CIS and On-Call. Finally, document details and facts and be prepared to report to TCU via the Clary reporting website. Large-scale crisis. The nature of these kinds of crises is that there's often many unknowns and lots of confusion. The first, most important thing to do is to account for all students. In your orientations with students, determine an emergency meeting point where everyone should return. We recommend your housing. A backup point should also be identified. In case of an incident, please start immediately reaching out to students to remind them to go to the emergency meeting point and contact CIS for instructions on next steps. Take notes on where students are and who they are with until everyone has gathered in the same place. Communication systems may be down, so we have multiple mechanisms for communication, including phone, text, email. Remember, we at CIS are your emergency response team. We have protocols for all of these situations, and your first call should be to us so that we can guide you through the next steps. Please work through us rather than making decisions on your own, unless you are unable to reach us or you need to make immediate decisions. Ideally, we hope to avoid these situations by preparing and orienting students. So next I'll discuss how to get your students ready to travel and prepared to deal with a variety of situations. We have developed templates and resources to assist you. The students participating in your program have a variety of backgrounds and experiences, and we cannot assume that they have any knowledge about international travel, adjusting to differences, or problem solving in new contexts. To that end, students must take part in multiple orientations. First, the general orientation. This is administered by CIS through the application and registration on the TCU Global site. Students watch a variety of short videos and take a quiz over the content. Second, pre-departure orientation. You are responsible for providing a mandatory pre-departure orientation to cover more specifics about your program and your location. Third, in-country orientation. You're responsible for delivering an in-country orientation upon arrival into each city in your itinerary. Using our templates and guides, let me explain how to conduct your pre-departure and in-country orientations. Pre-departure orientation. We suggest you hold this orientation at least a month before departure. Please review our roadmap for pre-departure orientation with the topics to cover and resources to help you. Prepare the program-specific content using your country guide and reach out to us for questions. We have designed this orientation to include the videos that students already watched during the general orientation because we know students don't fully pay attention and quite a bit of time has passed since they completed their application. We believe that when you watch these short videos together, you can emphasize important points and add specifics based on your location. Have students download the TCU Emergency Contact Card, which also contains on-calls information. To do this, scan the QR code or go to this website. In-country orientation. Please hold this orientation within the first 24 hours of arrival. Review our in-country guide with topics to cover and resources to help you. You may do this orientation in conjunction with your on-site provider. Please ensure that students understand TCU's resources. Refer back to the roadmap for pre-departure orientation if needed. Please review TCU's policies on conduct, alcohol, housing, health and safety, and prohibited behavior. Again, see your roadmap for pre-departure orientation on these topics. Identify your emergency meeting point and review the emergency plan. This is found in the TCU contact card on their phones. Together, go to your contacts on the phone, search help, and review the contact card in case of emergency notes. Thank you for all of your work in planning and leading a program abroad. We hope you do not have any major issues while abroad, but if you do, we are here to help.